today. You will reach. But the lady, on a serious note now, the lady's story, it kind of, yes, we did. Forward for the life, no. Forward for the life. Forward for the life. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, about that. Come here, man. Okay. All right. Yeah, her story. Like I said, I always hear the story, but I didn't believe it true when me hear about the lady that put her head through the window on the bus. It kind of caught me off guard. It come like them like a Fort Lauderdale. You know, and hear about another story them on Big Boy and that's what kind of bring me back to it. It was nonsensical to me at first. Come here and said, and she put her head through the window. Over the bus, I'm gonna look off her head in comparison to the rear view, the mirror upon the vehicle. Because
I
the
think
mirror.
what happened is, I'm not sure, don't quote me, but I think what happened is she was traveling in the bus and she feels sick, like she want to vomit. And she put out her head through the bus window to vomit, and another vehicle must have come and lick her head. I think a two vehicle pass like so.
Yeah, basically that's how I heard it too. That's how I heard it as well. But
So she feel like she want to vomit, and she put her head outside, and yeah, the bus just come and lick her head off. But I think that happened somewhere in the 90s or so.
no, she'll come for the life because this is a story I have to hear it correctly. I'm not gonna lie to you because like I said, it's a story that I've heard over the years. But I never spoke with anybody had to do with the specific in time. So let's go right back from the beginning then. Tell us the story. Tell us the story. Go back from the beginning because remember, over the time, every time we were trying to hear the story, it was always breaking up. So tell us the story. Bring us right back to the beginning where it started.
From the time when your mom died.
Oh, the one about my mom. Oh, I don't know her as I told you. She was on her way to Kingston to visit my father. She was on a bus. She was feeling bad and she hung out her head through the window. And the bus hit her. The trailer come up, they said, and hit her head off. And they didn't find her head until 3 days, they said. But the body was in the bus remaining
But the body was what?
with me. Inside the bus with me. I was there. I was baby. That was
Okay.
1991.
But you was inside the bus with her as well.
Yes, Miss Janine.
Yeah, we're hearing you now, Miss Janelle.
Yes, as I said, I was the one at the time with her.
Okay, so that event must have been traumatizing for you then.
Go back as far in your memory. Can you recall before the accident? Go back as far and come back up.
It was in 19...
Now that we are hearing you, now that the connection is good, go back and...
It was in 1991 when I was born.
You were born in 91?
1991. 1991. I've never met her. I don't know her.
Yeah, but
I never see her. She died before.
Yeah, but you said that when the You said that when the
I was there with her.
You said that when the accident occurred, you was there with her in the bus.
But I was a baby.
Okay.
Baby, just days old.
Okay, so you have
just
no recollection of the accident. Okay. All right. So your mom is dead and your father is not a part of your life.
He died.
Alright, so
I don't go with him. I go with my grandaunt, my grand aunt, not grandmother, grand aunt.
okay, and how was the life there with your grand aunt?
Rough. She try with two of it, but she a bit rough with me. She and her husband until her husband passed away. My sister born 1988, but she was a bigger one. But it was very rough. But honestly, my grandaunt try real hard. My grandaunt try real hard to make me be where I'm at today. The battle is rough, rough. One heap of murderation, one heap of abuse,
It's fine. Yeah.
one heap of...
Slow down first. Slow down first. I'm listening. That's why I haven't spoken in the last couple of minutes. We're cutting out only for
Huh?
murderation. What's abuse? Define abuse. Define only for murderation. I'm at a loss now. I'm trying to make sense of what I'm hearing. So break it down for us. Because everybody gets beaten in Jamaica. What do you consider murderation?
Family them beat with them never want to keep with. They never want to keep family them beat with. Then tell her to bring me to the government. And her husband didn't agree with that. Her husband didn't agree with that, so them beat with. Treat with less care. Then she have less care, but my grandma didn't uphold with that. Even though she was in her age, and most of her benefit come from most of her benefit come from her children and her grandchildren towards she. So everything she gets, she has to hand it over to we. So them tell her she must give it to government.
That me as a trainer maker. Trouble you know so me not hold up my mouth. You know that. So it's something to click. You're somebody that comment to myself, everybody get beaten.
Yeah, but she don't want real everything.
Different. I thought we did for the people, so why they're beating different from point. Break it down to us, because we listen to your story.
The thing is, not by she, but by my grandkids and our children. Everything we have to do before we go to school. We have to go at bush. We wake up early in the morning, go pipe, go catch water, come back home, tie up goat. After we tie up goat, she about breakfast. She not make us go to school hungry. When we come back home when we come from go bush, she make us get ready to get breakfast. We walk to school. While everybody take taxi, we have to walk to school. We have to try to reach before time. And if we don't reach before time, we go get beaten. Most of the time, I mean they get beaten because I'm the small one. My sister always run and jump fence and leave me. She jump fence and leave me. So me always stay there and get the beating. And sometimes she too get the beaten. And we go in. We still have to leave from school lunchtime and go back home for lunch. One look at one far distance, like a charge on the far distance, we have to walk back home for lunch. Or sometimes gonna to make it easier for she walk come meet to away and give her lunch. And sometimes sister she can't manage it, not make no sense. And sometimes sister, most of the time sister take away the pin them lunch, beat them up and take away their lunch and give it to me to eat. Or she would we walk, if we not even walk go home back, she beat them up and try to get something to eat. So most of the time she now if we go to school, but she still a try. She use a pension.
I walk one.
Tell us it.
Me just hear her because she coming in and out and cutting in and out. And Miss Donna she talk about. You know me turn already because you know me not like that woman. Hello, beautiful.
Hi, how are you? Good night.
I'm fine, honey. Good night. I wish part night early there.
Me? I live in France.
Oh shoot. Me have one passport, you know. I have a passport.
Let us hear it.
Yes, young lady. Can you hear me? Young lady.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
All right. See, me coming kind of,
I'm hearing you.
me coming from the tail end of way I say, and I'm a different type of blogger. Um, I understand when parents die, sometimes they live with family and family, they mistreat the kids. I understand that that happens a lot. And if you had to endure that, for me, honestly, I just want to say, I'm sorry you have to endure that. And I hope that for some way that you outgrow that and realize that everybody don't stay the same way. No, what may I try to figure is, on your level of heights, I hear the things that you consider to be abuse. I don't consider them something they abuse, because I think that even when I was traveling as a young kid going back and forth, I still go grown, I still carry basket on my head with kata. I still walk to school. When I was in Jamaica, I was going to school there. I had to walk. I walk from Beacon Hill, go Bath, go school. I walk from Yalas to Baptist to Yalas, go school back and forth. I mean, even when we have color TV in our house, and one day road, we still a walk. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure what you consider to be the abuse.
My people love vehicle. My father vehicle from a little boy. My father buy a pickup truck. Cause fishing him from before the barn. And my father carry me to school. I walk down hill all the time. I walk back up the hill with my friend and family.
Oh, you mean?
Walk to school every day. Rain or fall. I know say I take off my shoes and put it in the bag. I come up because if I walk in the rain with my shoes, a different kind of beat that.
Me have them problem there, no, cause my family them they kind of aristocratic as them call it. I don't know if shoes me mess up that way, cause barrel used to come down on a regular.
There are no shoes.
But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
There are 2 school shoes. I don't match up the black one, only brown one left. So probably enough. Wow.
But may I try to figure out what she considered to be abuse that she and her sister endured. From what I can ascertain from the live, some her mom had died in an accident or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to me,
her mom was in a accident.
Start your story from the beginning. Start it from where you think the abuse started. I'm giving you the room to speak from where you say the abuse started. Because technically, what you're saying to me is that you grew up poor.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Four of us on this live. All of us grew up poor. That's not a crime. That should be a motivation.
But there's something what she typed, Escort. There's something what she typed. She said, them feel we up. So I guess she's talking sexual abuse here. Because she said them feel we up and them beat we.
Her up when she talk. Okay, I see what you're saying. So you was under physical abuse. Oh, that's sad. Because physical abuse can cause emotional and spiritual and mental problems.
Yeah, and she said them feel up. So I guess sexual abuse and all of those is.
I don't want to be assuming. We can't guess what happened in your life. We can't assume what happened in your life. You have to speak. You have to tell us. You have to define what abuse is. Because everybody has a different definition to abuse. Some people say, my man did I love you. Everybody have a different definition to abuse.
Exactly.
What abuse is not. All I'm trying to say to you is, speak your story. Let us hear what it is that you're trying to say.
Speak your truth.
Exactly. You know about this come down. You have to speak. I'm gonna hear abuse here. Yeah, you text abuse. I'm not listening. I'm not reading the comments too tough.
But listen to this. Let me say something to you.
What you said is not abuse. That's just being told.
Let me say something to you. Let me say something to you. The same way that you pointed out a factor about abuse is relative. There's some abuses that's considered to be relative. But when she's saying she's being abused, her definition and her description of it didn't warrant abuse to me until she described that she was being physically molested. And then if she talked about it, like seek help, then they beat them. To me, that's abuse. That's the definition of abuse for me, because that spans out from physical abuse to mental abuse to emotional abuse. And that can cause low self-esteem. It can cause people to become suicidal. It can cause depression. And all of those clinical terms can evolve from that. So I believe, and I can accept, outside of the fact that she had to go tie out yard, they'll look at it as abuse because they're thinking, okay, it's 8 kids in the yard. Only me and my sister have to do it. Why them isn't going to do it? That's also a form of abuse and torture, because as a kid, especially when you don't have your own parents, and you know what I'm saying, you're actually being slaved out just because of the loss of your parent, that can be an abuse too. So maybe it's an excessive manner of what she had to endure that put the stigma of being, you know, abusive versus your mom or your dad just spanking your butt because you do this, I do that, I have to walk or school or something like that. You see me?
Your only son to my father, our only child to my mother. You know that?
I know that.
And me, I make you know, say, a morning time, me used to left 6:30 a morning time go to school. And before 6:30, me have to go water 20 and coconut them when my father plant around the property. Almost 1 acre we landed. And he surrounded the whole of it with coconut sheep. And then they catch water in a bucket. But water the 20 and coconut.
But those are considered chores.
When we didn't have the cow, we still have to tell out the cow them. Because a sister me have another brother.
All right. But are you listening to my statement? I understand what you're saying. Equal shares of duties among equal children in the yard. That's understandable. If you were the only child, you had the only pitney for Debbie, you had the only pitney for your father. So therefore, all the chores comes down on you at certain age. I'm quite sure at certain age you weren't doing the chores. What we are saying now, say me, you and she are brother and sister, but me was adopted. And then when it come down to schoolwork, you can get up 6 o'clock, eat on the breakfast and put on the clothes and go to school. But me, I have to stay back, I have to clean the dishes, them, sweep up the porch, tie out the goat, pick up the this, do that. That's a different set. And that's the things that you talk about.
Yeah.
Hold on. Just come up here. Give us a second, Miss Janelle. Miss Janelle. Was your case a Cinderella scenario, so to speak? Give us an understanding. Enlighten us. We're lost as far as your situation.
Like Cinderella, yeah. If it's a Cinderella thing, then that's kind of abuse, you know, Espo.
No, if it is that scenario, listen enough, if it is that scenario, I do not know how the household is set up. That's why I'm trying to get Janelle to tell me exactly what's going on. Because
but that's exactly what she's saying. That's exactly what she's saying. That's because she keeps, even though the live is interrupted, she keeps saying the same thing, like them have to do this and do that 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 and do that. And remember, I saw 2 of them, right? So only 2 of them, right? 2 of them. And they only have to do basically all of the work. Then the man them in the family, I feel them up. Then when time she go talk about being molested, them a beat her.
You say your mother died when you was a couple of days old, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Start the story there. Break down the process of the abuse story, step by step. Remember, all of us, the 3 of us are not familiar with your daily life. So break down the abuse to us, step by step by step. So we can hear exactly what's going on. Do not leave any room to what happened or assume.
When my mom died, my father was in prison. He was going to visit him, and when that happened to him, and they released my father to come out and take care of us, but due to the fact he was a bad man, he couldn't come around us. So he came around us and he took us to my grand aunt, his auntie, and a place named Chester Castle. And that's where she raised us, my grand aunt of us. And one day when my father bring us, he leave both my sister, both of us and my grand aunt, and go away. And he didn't come back. And it was she and her husband, children and grandchildren was there. And this cousin said to her, he must keep us, he must bring us to government and raise nobody pitney. And his husband said to him, no, there's somebody's child regardless of what their mother died, but him go raise we and see and try with we, and because we are babies and we don't know what's going on, and they didn't agree with that, and she do, and they keep us, and they keep us children. Our children take disadvantage of us, our cousin, and but grandchildren take disadvantage of us. As I said, when I said about God to wake in the early morning, most children is there, but only two of us wake in.
That's exactly what I was
Only
telling you.
the
It
two
sounds
of
like a
us wake in
Cinderella
the
story.
Define grandchildren took advantage of you. Define that. What do you consider taking advantage?
only the two. All right, listen. More children at the home, more children at the house, but when they come
How much, how
at
much
the
kids was,
5 o'clock,
in your
my
household?
sister.
Break it down for us. How much kids was in the household? What do you consider disadvantage? Break it down. So
All
we
right.
understand. Yeah, go ahead.
There was this cousin. There was this cousin, my boy cousin, and a bigger cousin was there. And that's what I see when I was on it. When I said my sister was same age, and two more boy cousin and a bigger cousin. So each when it come on in the morning, me and my sister was the only one who have to wait that hours to go and fetch water to bring house. And my grandma didn't please with it. She didn't please with it, but she can't really talk because she's a soft person. And if she talk, they would rush her and she would cry because she's a soft-hearted person. And we have to do that, and we do that now. Then when we go back home, we have to let them get water. We have to let them get water to bed. And if we don't do it, we'll get beaten.
So they
Take
took
water
disadvantage
to
of you
you.
guys because they know that you guys didn't have anywhere to go. They took disadvantage of you and your sister because they knew of your certain situation. I don't need you to go into in-depth about
Yeah,
abuse. I get the gist of it. And I don't want to waste the time on the live for you to define abuse. I get it. I get what you're saying because don't know they have to from dirty thinking families stay already. When them have to take in people or people pitney, they ill treat the people them pitney. But I always tell people, you know, I always tell
them I want to put on the bed. Them I want to put on the bed. Them I want to put on the bed. We never really have much thing. Them I want to put on the bed. They want to sleep on the ground. They want to sleep on the bed. They want to sleep on the ground. And they must sleep on the bed. Them now wait until them play. Them and stand
No,
with.
you're talking about abuse. No, not here abuse. But as you were telling me earlier, I tried to that here. I don't know what you hear in America. But to me, I know that's why you have to break down who in the household, you know. Because if I look a picnic in the household, when I tell them I look a picnic Charles them.
No, I beg to differ. I beg to differ for the epic because children can also be bullied. And that bullying behavior can also be abusive.
And a bully, we're talking about chores.
No, we're not. No, we're not. It's a difference between designated chores throughout the children in the house. Like take for instance, you know me, I have 5 of them when me raised. One of my son raised by his father. So I have 5 kids in my house. The oldest one have the most things to do all the way down to the smallest one. So you see, as long wait, let me done talk. Wait no, my youth, wait no. My father, my grandfather is my mom. Half Cuban, half black. I lived with him, me and my sister. It was only the 2 of us in the household. And everything was divided equally. And if I felt like I didn't want to do something, I didn't have to do it. Me not go get no beating. And if my sister did feel like she don't want to go do something, she don't really have to do it. She not go get no beating. You understand? And we were raised by my step-grandmother. The woman who was with my grandfather before my mother go sleep with him and bring forth she. So me and my sister did have the outskirt grandchildren, and the lady, him wife, never ever make me felt any type of way. And she had 8 kids for my grandfather and a lot of grandkids. And none of them never one day that lady they tell me say, "We have to go sleep on floor." In a bed we sleep at we own room. She cook food. We did chores like we're 2 children. We did chores like we clean the yard, rake the yard, pick up the leaves. You understand? Help her cook, gas shop. You know me those things. But she never abused us. She never took advantage of us. She never treat my other cousin them better than how she treat me and my sister them. And we grandmother at the war at the fat that slept with fear husband and get pregnant. Abuse is abuse. And no family stay so. And no family stay so. You understand? Have the little people them when their mother just dead. The people them be raised by you, them don't know nothing different. Before the love and nurture them, so they have that type of positive spirit in them when they grow up. You know, my stepdaughter soon 16. And me and Topian is not together. But any day Sherry K needs me, Sherry K call me, "Mommy, XYZ, XYZ. I'm not say no. Ask Cheryl. Cheryl could never tell us that me treat Sherry K no different from none of my pitting them when me give birth to.
The connection is bad. I can't see you. It's just loading and loading for me. We have enough on the topic to discuss because I think that it's a factor for us to understand that we, especially in Jamaica, I saw that some people stay here too. You understand? Your family, them, your mother and father, or your mother dead, or your father not here, or whatever, and them just feel like say, them to take advantage of you because you're at a disadvantage. That's not a positive spin in life. You can't blame the kids them for where them got you. They were innocent and they had to do what people tell them to do. You understand what I'm saying? No, yeah. So you know all the parents them stay. You understand me, Epic? Yeah, and like she said, her auntie was a Safas. So it's like, you know, them just cow she down. You get me? But I saw them treat her. She tried to explain to you what she and her sister endured. Then you have a little dirty nasty boy them in the yard that feel up the family member them and feel up the little girl them. I feel like say it's okay for them to feel. Remember say back in the 80s this you know. You can't look on it like today you know, back in the 80s that's you know. And then the girl have to endure all of that as she grew up. 80s, 90s. Look at dirty nasty boy, them feel up the blouse and skirt, look at pitney them. And then when they look at pitney them go talk about it, they want to beat them. Come on, man. You can't put people through them type of liberty. Me not support that part. And she's a beautiful young girl with a beautiful skin complexion.
The worst part of it when they come from town, when they want to come from town, the worst part is when they want to come town, and then they tell me, then when they come from town, and then tell me then disadvantages away. Because they want to push around, then I want to know everything. Then I want to watch no plate, then I want to know. Then I want to know just me and my sister alone. My sister love fight, I'm sorry to fight them off. So I love fight and she seriously. But
you were saying something about somebody tried to feel you up. Who was this person that tried to feel you up? Who was this person who sexually assaulted you?
My grandmother, my grand aunt's son. But he said, when man know, he said, we're not part of the family. Always, if it is big.
And nasty, nasty. And I went and tell the police them saying you used to molest me when I was a child. No, man, because I don't think there's a statutory limitation on abuse. Them nasty, disgusting piece of junker dog. Come in like say I want litter and come out. Because I don't understand which man feel like say it is okay for you to drop out a pussy and turn around and come disrespect another female and try to feel them up and abuse them. You know, to say germs that. You know, to say germs that. And you need to take all of that negative energy that's within you, that's balled up inside you, and turn it into something positive, baby girl. It can come out. You can see the light at the end of the friggin' rainbow. Don't make nobody win over you. Don't make nobody win. Don't make them win. Because if you sit down and succumb to all that type of abuse that you endured when you were younger, it will show that you're not strong enough to survive it. And you have to survive it. You have to be better than them. You understand what I'm saying? You have to write, you have to start write down things. You gotta get a journal and a pen and start write your thoughts down. Start write hate, every upset, everything that bothers you throughout life, write and keep on writing. And when you feel like you're done, write some more. And then you go back and you reread your write, and then you turn around and look at how you can spin that into a positive thing. Don't make nobody win over you. Not John Cocker, no Mr. Man, no Mr. Girl, nobody no better than you. Nobody no more than you. The opportunities that we get may be different, but nobody no better than the next person. Remember me tell you. Yeah, so don't let this drag you down. Don't let this make your current situation any more negative because you're allowing them to win. You cannot allow them to win.
No, me just feel no. Me just feel less than
No, you
myself.
can't
Me
feel
just
them
feel
way,
less than
baby. You have to
myself.
hurt your self-esteem,
Just,
mama. Mama, listen to me. Mama, listen to me.
just
Look
feel
at
like
me. Look at me. I am 51 this year in a 2021. I am a mother of 6 and a grandmother of 9. Simple as you see me here. You don't let nobody win your baby. You have to take your life in a your hand, and you have to take your responsibilities for your decision in a your hand. And you have to take it in your head and say to them, to you say, Janelle, you know, so you go through a lot. But guess what you're going to do? You're going to win the battle. You're going to win the war. You understand me? You're going to win it. You have to pick and choose, you know, babes. But you have to win it. You understand me? I say you have to forgive them. First of all, you have to learn how to forgive. Because forgiveness is not for you. Forgiveness is not for them. It's for you. It's for you to release, relate, and let go all of that negative energy. Forgive them for everything and step out and shine upon them. And so you get back at them. Shine upon them, make them blind in your light. You get me, young lady?
Leave 15
yes, ma'am.
stars say it's okay. Tell her what it's okay, tell her all that. But sometimes individuals deals with circumstances different. Yes, it's true, because sometimes some people them need more than just a pep talk. They really need counseling, and they really need to process the situation in order to get over the situation. So
that's why I'm telling her to write. That's why I told her to write. Writing is the best therapeutic measurement that you can give to anyone lacking the correct resource.
But for me, I don't find writing to be therapeutic. I really think what really helped me to get over stuff is basically to sit down and really think about it and process it and feel what I'm feeling in the moment. If I feel hate, anger, whatever, just feel it out. And then after I feel it out and whatever, I try to find corrective measures to combat what I'm feeling.
But that's what I just told her. But see, let me tell you something. If you practice writing all those emotions and all those feelings down and go back and read it, you answered everything that you just said you do. That's what that is for. The journal is for you to go back and reflect, read it, absorb it, access it, address it, and move on from it. Find out ways that you can turn that around and address it. Now, I can't be her counselor. I stopped being a counselor about 6 years now. I'm no longer doing counseling. But I can't be a counselor, but I can be a source that she can reach out to if she ever needs to speak. I can be a source. A lot of people don't have resources. They don't have family backups. They don't have friends that are real. They don't have the right requirements in order to help them. So you have to give them the basic way to evolve themselves from the situation, because unless you evolve yourself out of it, then nothing is going to change.
Yeah, that's true.
Janelle.
Janelle, Lee 15 is asking you if you did not attend school, what is your educational level basically?
No subject, but honestly, the school part is nice, but she fight away. Me not go give me granite no bad name. She fight hard with me, hard. One socks I called for me and my sister Saturday morning because then I want she do nothing for me. Book, I go back to school, my old book September morning, I not forget. Now forget me go to September morning, I go my old book, class term book, and I give the teacher and she throw it away and roll me out of the class. I said must come out of the class and go find new book. Cause a new term she want a new book. When I go with piece of pencil in a new September morning and she run me out of the class. I'll never forget.
You definitely need a support system. And like I said, you know, you can drop in my DM anytime you want. I'm here, and I can go ahead.
I
I
think
can
she
go ahead.
needs counseling because I think she
I
carries
will assist
around
you.
a lot. I think
Yeah.
she carrying around a lot. You can hear it. She definitely carrying around a lot. So she definitely needs some form of counseling.
Yeah, I don't know about the other young lady on the live if she's available because she's in a different time zone than you. But you can reach out to all the resources that you have. Yeah, I have Sexy Trini, which is another one. She's really good at listening. Sometimes you just need someone to listen, babe. And if we're here, so if you ever need to reach out to me, you can. You understand? I'm not distant. I may be over here, but I'm not at a distance. I'm reachable.
Mom, mom, if you ask me, I calculated up. I realized that it's a lot going on in your life. Right now, not going on. A lot went on in your life. I don't know current situation, how that is. The reason why I am the way I am towards this topic is I'm hearing you, but you would not have ended up on my platform if I didn't think what you said was true. What you said affected me personally. I listened to your story. But what's lacking within a lot of our community, Jamaican community, Black community, is
Support.
how to express ourselves.
Support.
No, not support. Express. A lot
So,
of Jamaicans and a lot of Black people don't know how to express
you know
themselves
why? You
verbally.
know why? Because a lot of
Well,
them
make
were
a second, make
raised
a
up
second,
with
make a second,
emotional
make a second.
attachment.
Wait a second. We don't know, not just emotional. We don't know how to express ourselves. We have to be able to speak, express ourselves articulately. If we can
Yeah,
let
but
people know
remember say her
exactly what's
educational
going
level is
on,
not
this
there
will
Yeah,
enough
not
that's
be
yet.
what
enough.
I try to Esco. Esco, being able to articulate yourself and express yourself verbally, it comes with awareness of self and a certain level of education. Because
Right,
if
and
you're
she not
lacking that
sound like
level
she
of
have certain
education,
level of
you're going to
education.
be,
That's okay.
and not only that, your home environment plays a strong part. Because if all right, let's say me and you're a woman, right? And we have your data is ours, right? And every time something happened to your daughter, instead of she come to me and say, go and go chat to your father, go tell him. And she come tell me again, I'm saying, I don't want to hear, go to your father. And you always staying there, Esco, you always listen to her. You're always giving her pointers, you always helping. When you think something happened to she now, and something really big, do you think she will still come to me? She go say, me nah go to mommy. When me I go to her for? She not listen to me when me talk to her. She not show me no love. She not show me no understanding. Guess who she gonna turn to? Daddy. Because you're always the one that listens to her, give her pointers, explain stuff to her, and help her out. That's what I'm trying to tell you is what you grow with. She wasn't grow in an environment where there was any support system. No one cared whether or not they got an education or not.
Exactly.
So you have to understand that you have to look at it. She's not going to be able to articulate like you and I and her or the young lady that I'm reading her here, Lee 15 underscore star.
Oh,
These are she's not going to
Mama,
be able
listen
to.
what I
So
say.
therefore, expressing
Listen what I
yourself
say.
becomes the norm.
It's not a matter of big words.